I know I've made a few reaction videos showcasing my thoughts on Sonic Frontiers, but I actually want to make a proper video showcasing my thoughts about this game, like every other Sonic tuber hasn't already. How original of me.
You can't judge the game without playing.
So anyways, the graphics of this game looks amazing. A huge step up from the previous mainline Sonic game. With confidence, I can say that this will be the best looking Sonic game we've had in ages. This screenshot of the desert might be my favorite one out of the bunch. It just looks so beautiful. Solid background picture for my PC. I'm really looking forward to more areas of the game where it can showcase the graphics of this game at its best. On the topic of that, there's been some interesting areas of the game that catched my interest, like this cool spider web shaped battlefield. This area of the game low-key looks amazing. I think it's deserving of a boss battle, even if it's just a mini boss. I also like this cool mini boss fight Sonic is having inside this octagon type field. The combat looks fun to mess around with, and so far from what we've been shown, it looks to be an in-depth combat system, which I was hoping for. I also like the big metal walkways in the world. I know that a portion of Sonic Twitter was just smashing their keyboards when few parts of this world were from assets from Forces, but that honestly doesn't bother me. I thought some of the assets from Forces looked interesting. Forces is a trash bag of a game, but not everything about it is awful. Damn, I wish someone would make a video about that. This game so far is making me excited to explore this world, and that's exactly what you want in an open world game. You need intrigue in some way, shape, or form throughout the world. So players can't wait to dive into this game and find out what secrets it may have. And the devs so far, I think, have been doing a pretty good job when it comes to that. The designs of the enemies we've seen so far feels different, but not in the what the fuck is this doing in a Sonic game different, but more of a I'm interested in what they can bring to the table different. Sage's character design looks pretty solid, and I'm interested to see how big of a role she'll have within this game. I do find it funny how A, her name is essentially Sega, but with the A and the E swapped, and B, she has an onion head. And luckily this time around, I don't have to worry about the onion child or the plot in general being ruined because the story is in the hands of someone who actually knows how to write good stories. I apologize for nothing. I have a feeling Sega might limit Ian to some degree, but I hope it's not too much to where it hinders the overall story. At the very least, I'm expecting this story to be light years better than the last mainline games over the last decade. Wow, this video has been very positive so far. Let's change that. That first initial footage of gameplay really did leave a bad impression of this game. Everyone, when that footage dropped, was roasting that shit non-stop. The poppin' in this game is too irritating for me to just ignore, and unfortunately, it's still a thing even in the newer footage we've been getting. The cyberspace levels look cool, however, my biggest gripe with them is that they're just copying and pasting prior Sonic levels from past games. However, this time with new skins. And I don't like the excuse given as to why it's the case either. Seems very shoehorned and lazy to me. It really does seem like something they could have easily avoided from the very start of development, but instead they went ahead with this idea and gave some artificial reasonings for it. I'd like to remind everyone that we gave Sonic Team so much shit for reusing the colors found a boss in the past few Sonic games, but when they pull something like this with the cyberspace levels, it's a-okay for some people? I find that very weird, and I'd argue this is worse than the colors found a boss reusing. So these are my thoughts on Sonic Frontiers pre-release. Overall, I'd say that I'm really looking forward to this game and what it has to offer. I really hope this game does blow me away and has some great features about it. And even if it does end up flopping, I hope Sega does learn from their mistakes so when they come back around, they can make a better game than Frontiers ever was. Then again, Sega learning from their mistakes is asking for too much nowadays, am I right? So what are your current thoughts on Sonic Frontiers? Tell me in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.